Hey guys, it's Vintage Vinny, and I have a flea market and antique store haul to share with you today. Got a great assortment of stuff as usual, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you all. Stay tuned! Okay, you guys, because I don't have very much from the flea market this past weekend, we're going to go ahead and get through that stuff first. So the very first item, or group of items that I'm going to be sharing with you cost me, I think he charged me $10 for 5 items, so that's $2.50 each. Or no. Yeah, 5 items for $10, so that's $2.50 a piece. Why I picked up this first item is beyond me, but when I looked through it, I thought it was really cool. Let's see if I can hold my camera steady. So, I guess this is somebody's memory book, starting from prom to marriage to their children. It starts off with how it happened. I think there's a picture of both the man and the woman when they were little. And what I thought was really cool, if you see in this picture, this guy's got Pinup Girls by Vargas all in his room in his college dorm. I thought that was really cool. This looks like him and a bunch of his friends. So these were late 40s, so this guy was probably born in the 20s, probably the mid to late 20s. And here's a picture of them at the beach, and then I guess the girl's name was Tracy. Here's their, I guess a wedding picture? It's just really cool to look through stuff like this. Here we go. Some formals that they went to, prom, and it just goes through details of all their marriage. I just thought that was such a cool piece. I couldn't let that go to waste for $2.50. I love finding things like that. Alright, so the next bit of stuff, I thought this was really cool. It's a judge pin, and it's got the official ribbon on there. I thought that was really interesting. Now, I did pick up this Pyrex clear ovenware coffee pitcher. It's missing the inserts, but I think because it's free of any cracks or chips, I still might be able to sell it. I don't remember exactly what these go for. I'm thinking maybe $30, $35. And that's with shipping, of course. Or plus shipping, sorry. I found this, I thought it was really interesting. It's a cherub playing a violin. Unfortunately, it was broken, and I didn't realize that until after I bought it. It's got a West German stamp on the bottom of it. And I did look these up. They don't go for a whole lot, even intact. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to send that to Miss Stone Home for crafting. Starting to build up stuff for her again, but I'm probably not going to end up sending her this lot of stuff, and plus whatever else I find for her. Probably not till Christmas time, depending on how much I acquire. Last item for that lot for $10 is what's going to probably make me the most money. It's this Art Deco painted painted cast aluminum fixture. I've had really good luck selling these kinds of fixtures. Anybody who is trying to restore an older home and bring it back to its original glory wants original hardware, wants original fixtures, everything. For this one in particular, because of its ornateness, I'm probably going to ask $40 to $50 and take offers from there. Isn't that just awesome? Alright. I got another Amish butter print Pyrex bowl. I paid $4 for it. This one is the 1.5 quart. I have a larger one downstairs. It's got a little bit of grime on it that I'll probably just take some barkeeper's friend to. But it's really clean. No really noticeable utensil marks. So when I saw this on that table, I had to have it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into another lot of stuff, and I paid $5 for all of this, so it's basically $1 a piece. Give me 1 second, and I'll go ahead and put it in front of you. To conclude the flea market haul of this video, this is the rest of what I picked up. Again, paid $5 for all of it, so essentially $1 a piece. I found this bottle of Most Precious Cologne. In the box, it's completely filled. It does smell okay, but it smells a little like aged and old man, old lady-ish. I looked this brand up, and it's probably worth about 40 bucks. Maybe I'll ask more because none of the ones that were listed had the original box. But yeah, for a whole $1, I'll definitely take a chance with that. I've really been getting into finding the cosmetics, both vintage and newer, because people are always looking to replace whatever it is that they love using. This was probably a bad buy, and I didn't really notice it until after I brought it home that the batteries were corroded in here, so it's not going to light up anymore. So I'm probably just going to end up chucking this yo-yo. I don't even think it's that old, but no big deal. What I really love, and something I wasn't expecting to find, is this awesome aqua turquoise kitchen clock. Now, a while ago when we first moved up to this area, I had sold all of my plastic kitchen wall clocks because I wanted to mainly stick to the metal ones. But when I saw this one and I saw the color, I really thought that I needed to have this. And this is made by West Clocks, definitely from the 50s. Now, if you guys ever happen to come across these, I highly recommend you picking them up. I found the charms themselves before, but I haven't found any of them on the strand. These were very popular in the 1980s. I don't know exactly what company issued these, but I thought it was really cool. I mean, we've got a phone, we've got a life preserver, we've got another telephone, a couple phones, some sunglasses, a whistle, we got a bell. These, I remember my dad picked up at an antique shop one time, and he sold them for really good money. But I'm going to probably hold on to this and throw it in my vintage jar whenever I find another one. And it's one of those things where if I have to sell it in the future, I can. Alright, this last item is a vintage apron. It's a Christmas apron. It's got gold poinsettias, candles. I mean, very, very nice and detailed. I might either send this to Miss Stone home, because I don't think vintage aprons sell for a whole lot of money. And I think this one might be handmade. It's got lace and everything on it. No stains, no holes. I think it's in pretty good shape for its age, so I think she's probably going to end up getting this. And I'm sure she'll either use it or display it. So that's everything that I picked up at the flea market, so let's go ahead and jump into the antique store stuff. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and jump into the antique store haul. After the flea market, because I felt like I didn't find enough stuff, I went ahead and visited 2 other antique malls that I hadn't been to in a while. I visited the one that's near Treasured Vintage, and I also visited one that is about a 20-25 minute drive from my house. So at the one that is near Treasured Vintage, I think I spent close to about $40 to $45. And the one that is about 25 minutes from my house, I spent $14.89. Couple things not vintage, so of course they're not going to be shown in this video. But let's go ahead and jump right in. So I think this is a Tiger. I can't tell for sure. It's a Tiger TV lamp. It's got the original cord. I haven't tested it to see if it works. Free of any cracks or chips. I don't see a maker's mark or anything on it. But I only paid $1 for that. Now, the mall that I got that at, there was one booth that was having a $1 or less sale, and I cleaned them out. There was stuff there that I had wanted the last time, but was not willing to pay what she was asking. So when everything was $1, 10 cents, 25 cents, a nickel, I jumped on it. I went crazy and got so much stuff. Now, this next piece, as you can see, is broken right here. It's a Hull vase. I had seen it there the last few times I was there from this one particular booth, and I had passed on it several times because if you all can see, right there, it was marked $10, and then I think one day the booth had 40% off, and then when I went back this past weekend, that booth was having a retirement sale, I guess, what you call like a retired vendor or something sale, and it was 60% off, so I went ahead and jumped on it and paid the $4 for it because I really do like it. And despite the broken, I don't even know what it is or what it was supposed to be there, a horn or something, but you can turn it away and you're never going to be able to tell that it was broken. Here's the mark on the bottom. It's marked Hall, USA. I just thought that was super cool, and that's something you can definitely use as decor. But yeah, those were two of the larger items. So let's go ahead and see what else I found. So for 25 cents, I found this 1984 Care Bears Touching Tunes magical musical game. I don't know if it's complete, but I am going to be selling it as is. I might be able to get $15, $16 out of that. So these next two items came from a booth where Treasured Vintage is located. And this guy must go to auctions and stuff because he has such a random assortment of things. And he always marks things, like say these two items were $1 each, but all of his stuff is 50% off except for items that are firm, and most, if not all of his stuff is not marked firm. So I know he makes money because his stuff is so reasonably priced and it's always half off. I saw these when I was checking out because I guess they had to finish ringing me up or something. Can't remember the situation, but I thought these were really cool. I don't know if they're old exactly, and I don't think they're original pictures of these stars, but one of them has a back stamp, which I thought was really interesting. So we have a picture of Judy Garland and Mickey Rooney. This looks like a scene from maybe one of the Andy Hardy movies. I just thought that was really cool. I really like all the pictures of the pretty girls and just Hollywood before it turned into the Skagwood that it is now. So we got that one. And I saw this one. And it has Betty Grable showing off her $1 million legs, I guess performing at a club or from one of her movie scenes. This one has a very faint stamp on it. And I'll try to read it out loud as best I can. This is the property of National something something corporation. Used for display only. So this came out of somewhere. Not worth a ton of money, I bet you, but it's definitely an older picture. I thought it was super, super cool. Okay. This came from that same booth, the half-off booth. It's a new old stock vintage tablecloth. It was $3. Now, I normally don't like tablecloths that have fringe on them, because fringe to me is just very tacky. But to find this in the original packaging for that price, couldn't leave it behind. And it's made by Avon Plastics in Boston, Massachusetts. I just really liked the snowflakes and the different corsages and stuff that were on it. So I'm probably ending up... Gosh, I can't talk. I'm probably going to end up keeping this in the original package just to display it maybe at Christmas time or something like that. Now the last group of items I'd like to share with you all from this particular segment happens to be something I paid $5 for. As I've mentioned before, I'm really into finding all of the vintage cosmetics, men's and women's. So I paid $5 for this whole tube of stuff. This came from a booth that has a lot of different glassware, like really expensive or what they think is worth a lot of money glassware. Sometimes they have random stuff in there, and this was one of them. So I got this whole tub of vintage perfumes and colognes for $5. Two of these were taped to the top because I guess they didn't fit into the tub itself. Some Max Factor Herbal Musk aftershave, and then we've got some Max Factor Citrus Musk. This one's got more in it than this one. If they're not worth anything individually, I'll lot them together. I could probably get 10 bucks just out of those two. If I have any empty perfume bottles, I might send them off to Miss Stone Home for crafting, or, which I'm sure some of these are, but if there are some full ones, of course, I'm going to research them first, see if they're worth anything, and if not, Miss Stone Home will get them for crafts. So this one is empty, of course. Avenue of the Americans in New York, Lehman's Inc. This has got a little bit in there. Definitely smells like perfume in here. Funky. Now, I'm not going to be able to read this on camera because it's a little, shiny and there's a glare, so give me 1 second. Jacqueline Corcoran, it was that one. This one, I can't even tell what that is. It's cologne. Bravura cologne, and there's barely any in there. That one smells okay. This one's got a little bit in there. This was Roar, Aftershave. These are all empty. Numero Uno. There's another empty one. Joven Musk Oil. Joven, if you don't know, in Spanish that means young. We found this Canoe Eau de Cologne by Dana. That might be worth a little bit of money. This is, got some in there too. This is Grande Marquis shaving cologne, half fluid ounce. And then we've got a little bit of this British Sterling. And we've got another one here. Looks like something leaked in here. That's why it smells. One of them must have leaked. So 2 British Sterling. So I will see what those are worth. So let's go ahead and jump into all of the other stuff that I found. Alright, so this is going to be the last of what I found. This is probably going to be the longest segment of this video, so let's jump right in. Miss Stone Home has really been on a kick for finding vintage wedding things, and funny enough, I keep finding them. So we've got a souvenir piece from Old Fort Niagara. This came from that booth that was doing their $1 or less clearance sale. So this was $1. I believe these were made in Japan. I don't see any marks on them, but these are definitely older. Oh yeah, they do, Japan. So those will be going right to Miss Stone Home for her to use for all of her wedding displays. For $1.25, I saw this there the last time. This is an Old Spice box. But the reason that I wanted it was because I figured if I'm not displaying that mug that I bought, I can always wrap it and put it in this box. And I thought for $1.25 that wasn't too much to ask. So this was really cool. This was $2.95 and half off, so if you round it up to 3, it's essentially $1.50, like $1.45 maybe. I can't do math right now. But what's really cool is you put the melted butter here, and you put the hot water here, and it'll melt your butter so you can put it on your lobster or whatever it is that you're eating that night. Now, the foil label is very faded, so you can't really make out what it says. I might be able to read a little bit of it to you. By Hannah Handy something, and probably Japan or USA. More than likely, it's Japan. But I thought that was really, really cool. I love nautical things like this. And to get it, I would have paid the $3 for it, but to get it half off, even better. I got this children's either ostrich, I think it's an ostrich. It was 95 cents, and I think this was half off, so essentially 50 cents. What I think I can get for it, no cracks or chips in it, by the way. There might be some crazing due to age, although it doesn't really look like it. I think I might be able to squeeze $10 out of that. I saw this in another booth. I don't remember if it was there last time or not, but I definitely couldn't leave it behind. It's an Anarco mouse planter, Christmas mouse planter. Paid 50 cents for that. right in front of me. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen my little sneak peek preview of what I was showing you in this haul video. Found this awesome drink fruit flavored ice slush sign. As you can see, it's got a lot of rust, but that just adds character to it, and some of the decal is peeling off in the corner here. This originally was $8. I didn't think that was even too bad for regular price, but this came out of that booth where everything was $1 or less, so I'm glad I waited and paid the $8. Or I'm glad I didn't pay the $8 and bought this for $1. It is double-sided. Cool, huh? Alright. So, these aren't, I think, exactly old. They're probably from the 80s. But you all know I love finding those zippers for Jen and her sister Kim. So I found her 5 of them, and they were $1.25 a piece. Now, if you all know, I have a nautical-themed bedroom, and I've been really trying to find the mermaid Wade figures. So I got 3 of them. I only have 2 of them in my hands because my mom wanted one. So I paid $2 each for these. I absolutely love them. Paid, yeah, like I said, $2 a piece. I love these. I'm probably going to end up putting these on my shelf in my bedroom right here. So those are very cool. I got this really cool googly-eyed pin. I think this is supposed to be like a ROTC guy or like some guy in the military. I just thought that was really funny. That was $3, half off from $6. I don't see any marks on it. Yeah, I didn't see any markings on it, but I knew it was older. I just thought that was really funny. To go along with my friend's vintage compact collection, I found her this one with a rose on the front of it. It is plastic, not metal. It was $2.50. It says Angel Face Medicated Compact Makeup by Tawny. So that's what it looks like. So whenever I ever get a chance to see my friend, I put all of her stuff in my car. That way I don't have to rush around looking for it, and I know exactly where it's at. This is going to go to my dad. He loves Popeye stuff. So when I saw this and saw that the booth was having a 50% off sale, I went ahead and jumped on it. I got this at the exact same booth that I got the googly-eyed ROTC military pin. So it was originally $6 and I only paid $3. It's made by the Beacon Plastics Company in the United States. I like that it's got one of those, what do you call this? It's not three-dimensional, it's, oh, I can't think of the name right now. It's too late and my brain's not working. It moves if you move it. Let me know in the comments what this is. I can't think of it right now. It's too late. So, I've been watching a lot of Real Nifty Vintage, and he always talks about buying new old stock sheets and pillowcases, and I scored mega from that one guy who has the 50% off booth in Treasure Vintage's Antique Mall. So I paid essentially $2 a piece for these. The first one, I think, is from the 1970s, judging by that pattern. It's an Yves Saint Laurent, like, pink zigzagged, lined set of pillowcases. I couldn't find any exactly like this, but I will definitely be doing some more research. I think I might be able to get $20-25 out of that, and I can throw that in a bubble mailer and send that out, no problem. Next one is by Utica Flannel by J.P. Stevens. They're king pillowcases, so that might help this sell better. These look like a light blue almost. This one's very intricate and detailed, definitely from the 60s or the 70s. Meadowbrook sheeting, standard pillowcases, floral. This last set is just another standard white Giant Crest Percoli pillowcases. $2 a piece was a really good price. $4 was actually pretty good too, but 2 was even better. So I got all those. We'll have to do my research first on some of them just to see if they're anything special, and if they're not, they'll probably be 20, 25 bucks a piece. From that same booth that was having the $1 or less sale, I got this Tiger pencil case for 10 cents. I might give that to Miss Stonehome. One of her kids could probably use it, or she could use it in Halloween. I don't know. I got all these different Easter picks, cake decorating picks, for $1.50. I'm not going to show you every single one of them because there are duplicates in here. We've got these ones, the little rabbit heads. Got this chick coming out of an egg. Let's see if I can get that to focus. There we go. There's a couple of those in there, just some fun pieces. So I paid $1.50 for that whole bag. I'm probably going to keep some of them, and then I'll end up sending the rest to Miss Stonehome for crafting. From that same booth, I picked up one of these light globes, probably for your bathroom. Gonna end up cleaning it up before I sell it. It was $2.50. Very detailed, no cracks or chips. I kind of like the starburst look on it. I can probably get $20, $25 out of that. Now, I don't normally pick up Thanksgiving items, but when I saw these and the price was right, I had to have them. They're little pilgrims. They have a Japan sticker on them right there. $2 for the set of those. I will definitely probably be squeezing those out along with all of my turkeys and stuff. I got this really awesome dad mug. It's made by Lefton, and it was $3. Don't know what that's going to bring. I will see what happens. I think it might fetch $15 because it does have Lefton on the bottom of it. No cracks or chips, in really good condition. I like that the handle's in the shape of a pipe. Got this Kingsman cologne for 50 cents. Definitely very stinky and, you know, old-timey. I think I might be able to get, I don't even know. Comps were all over the place for this. The one with the Knight's helmet on top as the cap actually tends to sell better. It's not a full bottle, but I'd say it's got a decent amount left in it. Like I said, not exactly sure because comps were all over the place for this. If I were to sell it, maybe 20, 25, 30 bucks, give or take. For 25 cents, I got this little trinket dish. It's got a cat along with some playing cards that has Japan on it. I might be able to sell this for $8 to $10 because there is paint loss on the cat. So we will see what happens there. This came from that same booth that had everything that was $1 or less. This was free. I'll probably end up sending that to Miss Stonehome. I've got another one that I got out of a junk jar, and now one of her, or both of her kids will have one of these to mess around with. I got this really adorable salt and pepper shaker set. It's a dog sitting in the doghouse. It says Snooty and the Beware of Dog. Both pieces are marked Japan. I'm going to be keeping those for myself. Now, this last set of salt and pepper shakers cost me $1. If you are offended by nudity or just risque, naughty novelties, I do apologize. You can go ahead and skip to the end. I saw these there the last time I was there, and they were $8. I wasn't paying the $8, so when I saw that they were $1, I went ahead and picked them up. It's two girls, and they are sitting on barrels. They are naked. They have Japan on the bottom of them. One has a necklace, the other one doesn't. I'm not sure if both of them had them originally, but I think the reason that they put a necklace on one of them was to help you tell whether or not one was salt, one was pepper. No cracks or chips on them. I thought these were really cool when I first saw them, and I am really glad that I picked them up for the $1. So that's everything I wanted to share with you all, so let's go ahead and conclude this video. So that concludes my flea market and antique store haul. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when new videos are posted. The links to my social media accounts via Instagram are down below, where you will see pictures of items to come in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys!